What's up, y'all? Alright, now we're ready to paint the air compressor tank. So if y'all missed out on any of my other air compressor videos where I was fixing up the rest of it before I got to the painting the tank step, make sure you check out the links in the description down below, because I'll put links to all those videos so you can watch those before you watch this one. And don't forget to subscribe down below while you're at it for more air compressor videos, because I'm going to have a whole series on fixing this thing up and, wiring it, selecting the right hose sizes, how to plumb it good, air filters and regulators. And I'm especially going to focus on the wiring because I know a lot of people need help with that. So don't forget to subscribe down below and check back often for more videos on this air compressor as time goes by and I work on it more and more. And don't forget to check the links in the description down below, because I'll put links to supplies that y'all can find on Amazon cheap, so you don't have to search all over the place for them. Alright, so let's get started painting this thing. So y'all can see that I got it all masked up, and this is the sticker that says Champion. This says Advantage Series. These are like warning stickers. This says the pressure rating of the tank and stuff like that. This has a bunch of information on it where they tested the tank, so I'm just going to paint over that because it's like engraved in it. But I have it masked up all the way around, and I know y'all can't see the top of the tank, but there's nothing to see really. I mean, it's just a tank, it's flat on the top. I'll give y'all a shot of it when we're done here, but this is going to give you a pretty good shot of me painting this thing. So I have it all sanded down, and I got it acetoned, but I'm going to wipe it down with a little bit more acetone just to make sure. But I took all the fittings out. Now you're going to want to make sure to take all your fittings out because you don't want to paint over them because it'll look stupid, obviously. So I took every single fitting out. The fitting on the bottom, the fitting here, this one over here, and I took it all off. Now the pump isn't on it yet because I got to paint that thing and put it up here, but I got to paint the tank first. So it's just a bare tank up top. So it was extremely hard to find the right color paint for this thing. And you can see the little red spots. That's primer where someone had gouged it out. And I got in there with primer to build it up a little bit. And I sanded it back down flat, smooth. But it was impossible to find the right color green for this because it's all sun faded. And there's no parts on the pump or on the tank or anything that I could just take, to Home Depot or Sherwin-Williams or any other big name paint store and have them, match it with the computer. So I got smart and I called a bunch of dealers for Champion compressors, and some of them had paint for it, but it was, really far away. So I got smart. I got real smart, and I'm going to show you what I did. I called the manufacturer that actually makes the paint for Champion, and I got them to send me 2 quarts of paint. Now if y'all are looking for this exact same color green for your Champion compressor, you're going to want to order paint from these people because they're the ones that supply it to actually Champion, and they use it to paint the compressors, at the factory. So let me show you what that looks like. Here's the paint right here. Riley Paint Company. They were real nice over there. They hooked me up big time. I mean, I paid for it. This isn't any kind of promotion or anything, but they were real helpful over there. And you can see that green color is exactly what you want. So this is 1 quart, and I have another one over on the bench. But these are the people that make the Champion paint. And this stuff was impossible for me to try to match without a color sample. Just trying to guess it, it's going to be too dark, too light, it's going to look dumb. So I got the exact paint so it looks exactly like it's supposed to. And you can see in the background, it's going to look good because they match really well. So Riley Paint Company, it also comes in spray cans, but they're kind of expensive. And I got these because I'm going to roll it on. And I know ideally you'd want to spray it on with a sprayer, but I have no air, as you can see. So we're rolling it on. Okay, so that's where y'all need to get the paint if you got a Champion compressor. I think this might be the same color they use on Speed Air compressors. It might be extremely close, I don't know. But that's where I got the paint. So first thing we're gonna do is acetone the whole thing real quick. I'm gonna go over it one more time because I want to make sure there's no oil on it, because if there's oil on it, it's going to look like crap and it's not going to stick. And for y'all noticing this right here, that looks like it's not masked, I had to put some clear tape on it because it was so intricate, you know, all the curves and stuff. If I tried to use blue tape, it would have messed it all up. So if that's bothering y'all, it's masked up, don't worry. Alright, so we got a little bit of acetone on our rag. I'm going to wipe this thing down. It's a good idea to wear a mask while you're doing this, but yeah, it's kind of hard to talk on a camera and wear a mask at the same time, so I'm going to get this thing all acetoned up. That way our paint sticks good. And then I'm going to check back in with y'all and we're going to start painting it. Alright, so I have this roller here and this little brush, and I got these from Harbor Freight real cheap. This was like, you know, $5, and they cost like $8 for just 2 of them at Home Depot, and it was like $2.50 for 4 of these. So I got the cheap ones, but they're foam, and I like these foam ones because it's not like, you know, that the hairy ones that get little hairs everywhere. This is foam, so it can't do that, obviously. But I know this is a far cry from a proper spray job with a spray gun or spray paint, you know. But as you can see, I have no air. This is the best I got, and it's going to come out good because I'm going to take my time. So let's get started painting this thing, and I'm going to crack the seal on this, and we're going to paint it. I mean, there's not much to it. I'm not going to show y'all painting the whole thing because you probably fall asleep. So we're going to paint it, you know, come back, and I'm going to give it 2 coats. I'm going to paint it, let it sit, then we're going to come back, and I might sand it down depending on how it looks, and then put the final coat on it. But let's paint this thing. So crack the seal. Come on. Can't get these things. That flew across the shop. Come on. There it goes. Oh yeah, that's that good stuff. Yeah, buddy. Alright, I want to see what this thing looks like. We're painting it. No more talking. No more talking. Mix it up a little. I already shook the heck out of it, but I'm going to mix it. So yeah, I'm not a professional painter by any means, obviously. You can tell by my videos, I don't paint things. So it's going to be what it's going to be, and I'm going to do the best I can, but it should look pretty good when I'm done. I'm just going to waste a little bit. I'm not thinning this at all. I'm going to roll it on until it covers and just quit, because I'm not going to soak the whole thing down with paint. I know I should probably thin it a little bit, but I don't care. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how good that matches. Holy crap. It covers good too. This is good sleeping material right here. Watching paint dry, isn't it? Like I said, I've learned in past, you know, get it till it covers and quit. Then put your other coat on, right? Because if you put too much at once, it's not going to dry. Ever. It's going to take forever. Alright, so I'll check back in with y'all after I get this whole thing painted, but you can see it looks great. I mean, look at it. It's already super shiny. I'm not going to put y'all to sleep sitting here painting the whole thing, but I'm going to check back in once the whole thing's painted, and, you know, it's going to be awesome. So stay tuned, and this thing's going to be painted. Alright, so we got this thing painted up right now. We're going to let it sit overnight, and I'll show y'all what it looks like tomorrow after it's dried up. Alright, so it's the next morning, and you can see it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks pretty good. I'm going to give you all a walk around here. It's going to be a little shaky, but I'm going to give you a walk around, and we're going to see what this thing looks like. I had to go back with a little bit of steel wool and polish up some spots. Like on the top, you can see it's dull because this paint was kind of weird. I mean, it is the best paint I've ever used, hands down. I mean, you could tell it's like industrial, professional quality paint. But it was doing something weird on me when I was rolling it on. It was like I saw all these hairs floating in air, and I was rolling it on, and I was wearing a gas mask. I didn't hallucinate this. But I was rolling it on, and like all these cobwebs, and they looked like dog hairs, were floating in the air. And then they would stick back to the paint, and then they would just melt back into the paint. And I don't know what is in the paint that would make it do that, but it was crazy. They were like little cobwebs about that long, and they would just float like cobwebs, stick, and just melt back in. So if y'all know what that is, please let me know in the description, because that's really weird. I never seen that before ever, and I painted a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, I had to mat it back down because I had little bubbles and stuff. I have a better quality foam I'm going to use today as the final top coat, but I'm going to wipe it down with some acetone, and then I'm going to put the top coat on. So let's get a walk around here, and I apologize in advance because it's going to be a little shaky. You can see where I matted it down, but it's kind of hard to see. It looks good. I mean, the back, oh man, the camera doesn't do it justice. It doesn't even look the shade that I'm seeing on the camera. It's not that color, y'all. It's actual green. That's just the light tricking the camera, but it looks really good. That's the actual color it is. Well, man, this light is really playing tricks. But yeah, it looks good. So I'm gonna get this final coat on here, and then we're gonna peel the stickers off, and we're gonna see what we're left with. So let me put you back on the tripod. Alright, so this thing is done being painted. And I'm not going to say that I'm 100% happy with the paint job, because I'm not really. I know it's an air compressor and it doesn't really matter, but when I was rolling it, it was getting like little bubbles in it and stuff. And I should have just waited and sprayed it, you know, with the spray gun after it was put back together. I should have just like taped it off and sprayed it, but who cares? What I am gonna do is I got some wet dry sandpaper here, and this is an assortment, 1000 grit, 1500, 2000, 2500, and I'm gonna polish it up. I'm gonna wet sand it and cut and buff it, and polish it up with the polisher and see if I can get it all uniform. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. I don't know how well it's gonna come out, but let me take y'all off the tripod for a minute. See what I'm talking about? See, if it was all like this, I wouldn't care too much. That light is really messing with my shot here. See, it's like that. And then it's like, I guess you could call it orange peel, but it's not really orange peel. It's more like I'm not a good painter peel. So, I mean, it's acceptable for what it is. Like the whole tank, it's more like an industrial, you know, spray it on there and it's done type of finish. It's not like, you know, that smooth like automotive finish or anything like that. But the part that pisses me off the most is up here on the top. I primered it and stuff, but you see, there you go. You can see what I'm talking about. It's just uneven. It's really weird. I mean, the paint was really weird, but I mean, it's good stuff. It's already pretty hard. It's only been like a week, and I haven't put any hardener in it, and it's already pretty hard. So this isn't, you can see that's not the color. This is the actual color when I block the light. But you can see right here, I wet sanded it, and I can feel a huge difference. Man, that is smooth compared to this. I'm not gonna go crazy and do the whole thing, but I wet sanded it, and I don't have any polishing compound right now, but I hit it with that buffer real quick, and whatever's left on the buffing wheel from last time I used it. And man, if I could just get, you know, the parts that I'm gonna see the most like that, I'd be pretty happy. So I'm gonna play with it, and I'll show y'all what I come up with. I probably am gonna end up wet sanding that. This, you know, wet sanding it and buffing it out. This is a single stage paint, so it doesn't have any clear coat on it. It's a single stage paint, and that's the way it's designed to be. You can see like this, like here we go. See those little bubbles? There you go. Hold on. See it? The little bubbles all in it. I don't know. I probably should have thinned it out. I think I should have thinned it out a little bit and whatever. Should have thinned it out a little bit, sprayed it on, and I acetoned it. That wasn't the problem. It wasn't not sticking. That wasn't the problem. But I think it should have been thinned a little bit. But whatever. I'm just going to try to make it uniform. And this video is getting long, so after I wet sand this thing, you know, with a bucket and some sandpaper, we're gonna see what the final result is. So it's coming along pretty good. I mean, it's taking forever. It's not perfect, of course, but it's coming along good. I mean, it's an air compressor. I'm not too worried about it being absolutely flawless. There's little nicks and stuff, you know, where the little bubbles were in some spots, but I'm about to get the buffer out here in a second. Alright, y'all, so here's the finished product. You can see it's not perfect, but it's an air compressor, who cares? The back came out pretty friggin' good. I mean, man, I wish I could have made it all look like that. Should have sprayed it, but it's good enough, right? It's an air compressor. It's gonna get dinged up, scratched up, who cares? I mean, all in all, it came out really good, but you can see little divots and stuff because that roller, I don't know what the deal was. I had it nice and smooth. You know, the primer was nice and smooth and stuff. I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's gonna sit in the dark. Who cares? It's nice and protected from rust and stuff, so it's gonna have to be good enough. So now for the final moment, we're gonna take these stickers off. I'm gonna take one off here and we're gonna see what it looks like, y'all. Alright, now it's time for the moment of truth. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good, dude. Come on. Yeah, buddy. Champion. Alright, y'all, there you go. It's done. It's painted. Now I gotta put the pump and the motor and all that stuff back on here. So thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to check down in the description down below because I'll put links to stuff I use in this video so y'all can find it online quick, cheap, and easy. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe while you're at it because I'm going to be posting a bunch of other stuff, you know, fixing this thing up, putting the pump on, putting the motor on, Tefloning it all up, make sure it don't leak, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you subscribe because you're not going to want to miss out. Later.